Okay, so I'm gonna teach you how to ward. So let me get a bunch of movement speed real quick, so I can move around the map faster. Hasten Fatalis. Bucket Winged Blade. Is there a faster one? No. Alright. Actually, yeah, I'm good. Alright. So let's start off with the duo lane. So key spots are right here. Okay. And right here. Okay. If you place them right here and right here, they literally can only come in through those wards as long as you're paying attention. Okay. Now, if you're doing a lot of pushing, like say you're right here, this is the halfway line. Okay, if you're constantly pushing his tower, you need to make sure a ward is right here. Okay. So if you only have like one ward, place it up. If you're far back and you're getting pushed back, there's no need to ward all the way up here because you're wasting $50. Okay, unless you want to. But realistically, if you're getting pushed back, put the one down. If you're pushing, put it all the way up. If you want both ends just to be safe, you can do that as well. Okay, that's duo lane. Okay. Gold Fury you should always be having these oracles, so this will always be warded. Okay. So now let's talk about mid lane. Okay, mid lane, you want to place it right here. Right here. That way you can kind of get a vision of like the jungle buff. And also, because if you place like right here, you'll get an eye on the jungle buff, so that you know if they go to jungle buff, or you'll know if they go to Gold Fury. So placing it right here on this corner. Okay, so right here on this corner, or right here, so you kind of get like a farther vision out. Like you don't need one that close to your lane, it's kind of pointless. So right here on this road. Okay, as for this side. On the other side, it's basically the same thing. So you place it right here. So again, you get vision over there. You get vision towards Harpy camps, and you also get vision more towards your speed buff as well. So like right here is a very good spot right here. Okay, the other spot is going to be basically the same spot right here. Again, you get feet of their speed buff, the lane, Harpies. You don't really get too much over there, but that's okay. Okay, that's middle lane. Now solo lane, I just put one. Because, yes, you can put one right here. Right here is very effective, you know if they're going for their buff. And then you also can put one right here. But a solo lane, it's like, you need to ward early, and I don't want to waste a shit ton of money because you have to time your backs very perfectly, and I feel like I never can get 2 wards. Okay, so I like to place mine right here. Okay, what it does is it just blocks this area, because most people when they gank, you know, like see how it's in the middle of the wave, like most people, they're not going to come from here and then gank you in the middle of the wave. They're always going to come gank you from this or this tunnel. So putting it right here is a very effective spot, you know. And it also lets you know if like they're invading too, because whenever he leaves the lane, he usually comes through this path and then goes to here. I just like this one. This ward right here is good for soloing. This one right here. So your options are between their blue buff, between your red buff, and then in the middle. If you want to be a Jew, you place it in the middle. If you have money to blow, you place at both blue buffs area. Okay? And now, finally, we're going to kind of talk about how you want to ward. So obviously, there was 2 spots in dual lane, 4 spots in mid lane, as well as the Gold Fury. You need to ward Gold Fury. Especially if it's like a Thor. Like Thor, literally, every Thor should be fucking ulting at Gold Fury to hit dual lane, the whole lane. Okay, same thing with Fire Giant. Fire Giant hits the whole dual lane. I would say like right here by their speed buff gets the whole lane, or right here by their red buff gets the whole lane. So you got to keep that in mind. Okay, but like for instance, if I know that the enemy carry is not really rotating and support's like not doing a very good job, but solo lane's rotating a lot, I'll place it. Shit, my bad. Okay, I forgot we're on this side. Okay, so if you're mid lane, you're walking up the lane. The biggest pressure is probably from solo lane. So right here is a really good ward to place because you get a lot of time to do it. Basically, you want to ward towards where the enemy's pressure is. Like, so usually what I do is I always place one ward back towards me because I'm going to be near my tower, but I also place one near, if I'm pushing up. And usually if I'm pushing up, I'm afraid of that solo lane. So I place one ward right here, and I place the other ward right here. Because usually as a support, I push the lane up, and then I rotate. So that's why I like to put one back. In solo lane, they usually clear the wave, go back, and make it look like they're doing blue buff, speed buff, Fire Giant, but they usually come through here. So yeah, one more time. Okay, dual lane, ward right there, ward right there. Mid lane, ward your red buff, ward near their speed buff. Solo lane, ward both blue buffs, or if you want to be a Jew, just one in the middle. Okay, the last ward someone needs to do is at Fire Giant, so you know when they're doing those Fire Giants. Okay, and one special case is ward your buffs, ward red or ward speed, because they're going to invade. They're going to invade those two. Those are the most important buffs. Purple buff, who gives a fuck? Blue buff, yeah, it sucks, but taking away the jungle or the mid lane's power is way more effective. So if you're a jungler and you're getting your speed buff taken a lot, just fucking ward it. Stop being a pussy and stop complaining. Just do it. It's so effective. Same thing with your red buff, if they keep doing it, just do it again, so maybe your carry sees it. But that's all I got on warding. Okay.